For millions of years, humanity has looked up at the sky. We have looked up with a sense of deep adoration. The ancient Egyptians called this golden orb Ra. The Greeks knew it as the powerful god Helios. We built our entire civilization on its rhythmic cycles. We believed it was an inanimate physical machine, a giant ball of hydrogen and helium burning for us. We thought its only purpose was to grant us life. But please, think about this for a moment. Why did ancient religions demand blood sacrifices? Why was blood needed for the sun to rise again? Why did the Maya and Aztecs fear the darkness so much? Perhaps they did not worship out of a sense of love. They worshipped out of a primitive, deep terror. We are currently living in the century of silence, but that silence has just been violently shattered. What you are about to hear is not science fiction. These are the final logs of the secret project. The mission was known only as the SOHO-X project. NASA and the ESA were working together in absolute secrecy. They wanted to know why the sun was changing. They noticed its geometric structure was shifting. It all began clearly during solar cycle 25. Usually, sunspots are just random magnetic areas. They are regions where the temperature is lower. But this time, they were not random at all. Satellite data recorded a systematic arrangement. On March 14th, something strange happened. 3 giant sunspots appeared on the burning surface. Each one was twice the size of our entire planet. They moved to form a perfect equilateral triangle. Dr. Elias realized something truly horrific. The sun was reacting directly to our radio waves. Every time we sent a signal, the surface changed. It was as if the giant star was actually listening. It was not white noise from nuclear reactions. It was a complex, highly advanced encoded cipher. A massive binary data stream was being transmitted. It was being sent straight into our biological DNA. We are not just receiving warmth and light. We are receiving a series of silent commands. Underneath that layer of fire, there is no core. There is only a void containing strange structures. Biomechanical entities that defy the laws of physics. By the 6th month, the atmosphere began to leak. Strange particles called anti-light began to fall. These particles do not illuminate physical objects. They make them transparent to the entity above. In the tropics, people reported impossible sights. They saw massive, spectral castles in the clouds. They were seeing other dimensions overlapping ours. Sunlight was acting like a chemical developer. It was peeling back the very skin of our reality. Imagine your own skin slowly losing its pigment. It does not turn white, it becomes like glass. You can see your own blood flowing through veins. But your blood is no longer a deep red color. It is starting to glow with a bright orange light. You feel a strange, uncontrollable urge to climb. You want to reach the highest peaks of the world. You want to be as close to the source as possible. The sun is now recalling what belongs to it. We are nothing but temporary containers for it. We are just carrying bits of stolen solar matter. Modern science calls it a 3rd-generation star, but the secret data suggests it is much older. It might be older than the universe itself. It is what the logs call a time prisoner. Stars are not natural objects in the cosmos. They are artificial prisons for star eaters. When a star burns yellow, the cage is secure. The prisoner inside is trapped and dormant. But when it turns an unnatural, blinding white, it means the prisoner is finally breaking out. Our sun is currently entering its molting phase. Solar flares are not just simple energy releases. They are tentacles reaching out for a solid grip. And the closest solid grip in this system is Earth. On a Friday afternoon, a massive pulse swept us. The entire global electrical grid collapsed instantly, but the expected darkness did not come to us. Instead, the sky brightened to a lethal level. Eyes burned even inside the deepest bunkers. That was the exact moment the sun opened its eye. A massive rift appeared on the burning surface. It stretched from the North Pole to the south. Something blacker than the void began to leak out. It was a darkness that swallowed all logic. There were no explosions like in the movies. The end was silent and full of terrifying beauty. Earth was pulled violently from its orbital path. We were not falling, we were being reclaimed. The atmosphere ignited with a silvery white flame. The oceans evaporated to form a thick cocoon. Dr. Elias wrote his final standing observation. He was standing on the balcony as he changed. His skin had become completely transparent like glass. He could see his own thoughts as electric sparks. He recorded that he was no longer afraid of death. The entity was secreting a powerful cosmic hormone. It makes the prey feel happy while being eaten. We are melting into it, becoming a collective. Human achievements are just a snack for its journey. Look out your window right now at the sky. If the sun looks slightly larger than yesterday, do not worry, the digestion has already begun. You are not living, you are being seasoned. You are being prepared by the time and the light. The universe is not a playground for us to explore. It is a single, massive and hungry organism. Stars are its cells, and we are just parasites. When the cell needs energy, it absorbs everything. Tonight, when the sun finally sets, be grateful. Thank the darkness for hiding your small soul. In the dark, the entity cannot see you clearly. But remember, the dawn will always come back. And each sunrise brings it 1 inch closer. It is moving toward its cosmic dinner table. Welcome to the dark and heavy truth of light. The static noise is getting louder in our ears. A non-human voice is whispering a single word. It is telling us all to finally awaken now. But awakening means accepting our total end. The sun is not our friend, it is our fate. The end of all things is only the beginning. It is the beginning of its eternal hunger. The golden cage is open and we are inside. Do not look up if you want to stay sane. The light is not seeing you, it is eating you. This is the final broadcast of planet Earth. Goodbye to the blue sky we once loved. Goodbye to the warmth that felt so kind. The shadow of the sun has finally fallen. Part 2 of the transmission begins right here. The data from SOHO-X was much more detailed. They found that the sun has a rhythmic heartbeat. It is not a physical pulse of burning gas. It is a rhythmic surge of conscious energy. Every 11 years, the entity tries to breathe. We call this period the solar maximum peak. But this time, the breathing did not stop. The lungs of the star are expanding too fast. The solar wind is now carrying human voices. Radio telescopes are picking up screams of agony. These are voices from civilizations long since dead. They were consumed by their own stars before us. The universe is a graveyard of solar systems. Every star is a stomach full of ancient ghosts, and our ghost is about to be added to the pile. In the deep underground labs of Antarctica, scientists saw the neutrinos changing their flavor. The matter that builds our reality is decaying. We are losing our density as the sun grows. The ground beneath our feet feels soft like wax. Gravity is no longer a constant we can trust. People are floating upward into the white sky. They are not falling up, they are being pulled. The sun is a magnet for all biological consciousness. Imagine billions of souls being harvested at once. There is no noise, only a low, vibrating hum. This is what they call the song of hydrogen. It is a lullaby for the death of a species. Dr. Elias realized the final terrifying truth. The sun did not create us by accident. It planted the seeds of life on Earth on purpose. We are a long-term crop 4 billion years old. The evolution of humans was a controlled growth. Our brains were designed to process information, but not for our own survival or our wisdom. Our brains are just hard drives for the entity. It wants our data, our emotions, and our fears. Fear is a high-energy state that it enjoys. That is why history is full of suffering. It was seasoning the meat with our global pain. Now, the harvest time has finally arrived. The sky is now a deep, bruised shade of purple. The stars we see at night are actually eyes. They are waiting for their turn to feed on us. Every star in the galaxy is a hungry mouth. We are living in a giant cosmic slaughterhouse. The gold in our jewelry came from dead stars. The iron in our blood was forged in their heat. They are only reclaiming their lost property. In London, the sky has turned a solid black, but the sun is still visible, glowing cold. It is radiating a shadow that burns the skin. People are walking into the sea to find relief, but the water is boiling without any steam. The physics of our world are being rewritten. Space and time are folding in on themselves. I saw a man who existed in two places. He was screaming in the past and the future. The light of the sun has broken the timeline. We are being digested across all of history. Your childhood and your death happen at once. The sun wants every moment of your existence. It is a greedy god that leaves nothing behind. The secret files of SOHO-X mentioned a gate. The core of the sun is a gateway to the void. A place where entropy does not exist anymore. That is where we are going, into the dark. We will be eternal data in its cosmic mind. We will never truly die, and that is worse. We will feel the burning for 1 trillion years. The entity does not have a sense of mercy. It only has a sense of purpose and hunger. The solar flares are now touching our moon. The moon is melting like a ball of white wax. It is being absorbed into the solar mass. Soon, the Earth will follow the same path. We are just a tiny snack for the Star Eater. Do not pray to the heavens for any help. The heavens are the ones who are killing us. The silence of the universe is now explained. No one speaks because they have been eaten. We were the last ones left in this sector. The last survivors of a dead cosmic dream. The light is now blinding my computer screen. I can feel my fingers turning into light. I am becoming part of the transmission now. My memories are being uploaded to the sun. I see the faces of my ancestors in the fire. They are calling me to join the collective. The pain is gone, replaced by a cold void. The sun is the only truth in this universe. Everything else was just a fleeting shadow. The planets were just temporary debris. The stars are the only real masters here. If you are still reading these final words, please know that you were never truly alone. The entity was always watching you grow. It loved you like a farmer loves his wheat. It was proud of your wars and your art. It made the flavor of your soul more complex. Humanity was a masterpiece of cosmic cuisine. And now, the banquet is finally starting. The atmosphere has finally collapsed today. The oxygen is burning with a blue flame. The sky is white, then black, then gone. The horizon is curving upward into the sun. We are being folded like a piece of paper. Reality is a dream that the sun had. And the sun is finally deciding to wake up. When it wakes, we will all disappear. We are just the static in its sleeping mind. The non-human voice is screaming in my head. It is a sound like grinding glass and metal. It is the sound of the stars communicating. They are talking about their dinner tonight. They are laughing at our small, fragile lives. They have done this 1 billion times before. And they will do it 1 billion times more. The solar system is just a tiny plate. The universe is a table that never ends. The light is now inside my very bones. I can see the galaxy through my own hands. Everything is becoming one single point. The point is hot, heavy, and eternal. Welcome to the end of the human era. Welcome to the dawn of the Star Eater. Do not look back at the dying Earth. Look forward into the heart of the light. That is where you will live forever now. A prisoner of the light, just like me. The transmission is finally breaking up. The signal is being swallowed by the sun. There is no more time for these words. There is only the heat and the hunger. Goodbye to the humans who never knew. Goodbye to the world that never was. The sun has finally closed its massive eye, but we are all inside the eyelid now. In the dark, we wait for the next bite. The cycle of stars will never be broken. The hunger of the light is our only God. Sleep now in the belly of the star. The light has finally won the long war. Total silence is the only thing left. Total darkness is the only thing real. The Star Eater is full for a moment. But there are billions of stars left. And they are all starting to get hungry. This was the story of the false sun. The story of the light that hated us. End of transmission from the SOHO project. May the darkness protect you if it can. But the light will always find a way. It will find you in every corner. It will find you in every single soul. The sun is rising on another world now. Another world full of people like us. They are looking up with love and hope. They do not know what is coming for them. They do not know the truth about the light. The sun is smiling at them today. It is a smile of a hungry predator, waiting for the harvest to be ready, waiting for the blood and the fear. The light is coming for everyone. The end of all things is only the beginning.